Modern Warfare 3 Season 3 update is just around the corner, and as usual, Call of Duty has dropped a blog post going over all of it. Now, of course, here we're only focusing on the zombies portion of that, but one thing I'm going to straight up tell you guys is that we're actually getting nothing for zombies at the launch of Season 3. And instead, everything that we're going to be going over in this blog post is actually for the mid-season update, which is not going to be for a while, probably like a month and a half, but since it's here, we might as well go over it, I guess. Now, another thing I want to actually warn you guys about is that the format of this update is identical to what we've seen with the last two updates. Like, sure, the content's different, but the format is the same. But hey, to give them credit for one thing, at least we're not waiting as long as the last two in between zombies updates. We're just missing one update instead of two. But with that said, what's in this mid-season update for zombies? Well, just like we've seen for the previous two, we're getting a brand new Dark Aether Rift, and how you access that is through a new story mission. And a little side rant here, why in the hell are we getting the first story information about this story mission in the blog post? Like, bro, what is this? Why are you straight up explaining what's going to be happening in this rift, or at least the premise of this rift in this new story mission? Like, what is that? Like, the storyline has fallen off so hard in zombies, it's honestly sad to see. Like, more than anything, the story has fallen off worse than anything. Like, we used to learn this information in-game minimum, but at least through quotes, radios, cutscenes, and even ciphers, like stuff like that, things that we get to figure out ourselves. Now, everything is told up straight up to us, and it's told in blog posts now. Like, it's just a sad sight to see. But regardless, side rant over. Much like we've seen with the previous rifts, we're going to be going into this rift that's actually a reused area from the previous Warzone map, which is Al-Mazrah. Now, this time it's actually going to be the hydroelectric area of the map, which is tighter if I remember, so it actually might play a little bit better than the last two, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Little side question though, is there an actual story reason why Al-Mazrah is in the Dark Aether? Like, I don't think there is, but if there is, let me know, because I don't really think they've actually explained that. But regardless, I imagine it's going to work pretty similar to the last two. We're going to go do the story mission in the new Dark Aether Rift, and then at the end of that we'll get a new boss fight, which is actually this time around going to be a super buff disciple, so pretty much Storm Chaser, I imagine. But after that we'll get a new cutscene, and then we'll be able to do a little Easter egg to unlock two more difficult versions of this rift. And of course, after you complete the more difficult version of this, you'll be unlocking the new schematics. And yep, there's 3 new schematics. They're going to be dead wire detonators, golden mask filter, and sergeant's beret. Now, instead of us just figuring out what these do by playing the game, they straight up tell us how they're going to work. Dead wire detonator is actually going to be pretty much dead wire for explosives, so you actually put dead wire on your grenade launchers, your bazookas, and of course your lethals, which is the most interesting one to me. Now, I think this is rather just going to be really broken or really useless, because dead wire is not that good in this game, and explosives are already pretty good in this game. And so it's rather going to make explosives even more broken, or it's going to make them just not any difference. Now, one thing I think is worth pointing out here is that it's also on your lethals, not just launchers and grenade launchers, right? It's going to be on your grenades that you actually throw, your thermites and stuff like that. So that might be interesting to see how that plays out. The next one is the gold mask filter, and this one actually gives you a self-regenerating mask for the rest of that match. And this is probably pretty convenient, especially for some areas of the Dark Aether Rifts that have these areas that are full of gas. But on top of that, probably it's going to be mainly useful if you guys are still doing that red worm boss fight. And the final one is a sergeant's beret, and this one's interesting because what it does is that it's going to spawn in some bots, so some mercs, to be on your side. It doesn't say how many, but it's going to spawn in a couple, and they're just going to help you fight through whatever you're fighting. And honestly, I don't have a lot of high hopes for this, because every time in the past we've seen bots, or at least friendly bots in zombies, they've been pretty useless ever since Black Ops 4. Like, they're just not very good at helping anything. So maybe they'll make them actually good, I don't know, but I don't have high hopes for this one. Now, one other thing I'm questioning is that how long do these bots last? Is it for the whole match? Because all they tell us here is that they will be with you till the end, and that could be the end of the match or till the end when they just die. And I have a feeling it's till they die, which is going to suck because it makes them even less useful. But this brings us to the final thing in this update, and that is the new Warlord. Yay, we're so hyped. Rainmaker. And based on his name and the little description they gave us, this guy's main calling in life is to use artillery, because he makes it rain. You know, you get it? It's coming down from the sky. So there's that, and he's going to be located in the Shaheen Manor. I don't know how to say that word. Shaheen Manor, I think that's actually how it's said. So yep, that's him, and he'll probably give you a new blueprint for one of the new DLC guns, and also, as per the last update, he'll give you a random wonder weapon case. But regardless, that's everything in this update, and I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. You guys think this is cool, epic, or it's just more of the same underwhelming content? Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Regardless though, that's going to wrap it up for me. If you guys did find this video informative or something, I appreciate if you guys dropped a like, subscribe, bell, share, any of that great stuff. But I'm gonna go, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.